Rama Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki Guruve Gaur Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So reading from Canto 8 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Chapter 19, Lord Vamanadeva begs charity from Sri Bali Maharaj. So we're talking about Shukracharya and how he is giving 9 reasons that you don't give charity to Vamanadeva. So far we have discussed a few reasons that about Vamadeva's identity, that he is not just a Brahmana, he is a Supreme Lord, and he is come to harm the demons, and then he will usurp everything. He'll not just take 3 pieces of land, he'll take everything. And then we also discussed then how will you give the third step. So Shukracharya is forecasting that pretty much he'll take everything in the 2 steps. How will you give? In short, you will not be able to fulfill your promise. And number 5, you can't even fulfill your promise. So we discussed that piece also till text number 34. So 9 reasons are given. We are at the 5th reason in 34th or 35th verse. So yeah, would someone like to read 35?
I can read, Prabhu.
Yes, ma'am.
Lord Pranam devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nishtam te narake manye ya pradatu prati shrutam prati shruttasya yonisha pratipadayitum bhavan. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. You will certainly be unable to fulfill your promise. And I think that because of this inability, your eternal residence will be in hell. So in this, Shukracharya is telling him that you will have to go to hell, and because you won't be able to fulfill your promise. So but a pure devotee of Lord, doesn't matter hell or whatever heaven, they just want to serve the Lord in the best of their capacity. And Prabhu, in previous Chaitanya Charitamrita verse, I wanted to say that Krishna Kirtana Ganana, that was one of the favorite songs of Srila Prabhupada. He would often sing that next to Hari Hari Bifala. Back to you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Please add.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. So this is number 6 reason here that, oh Bali, you will go to hell. Right now you have the opulence of heavenly planets, but you will eternally go to hell. So better change, better stop, Let's see, 36, anyone? Yes, Sampada Mataji, you want to read?
Hare Krishna, text 36. Na tadanam prasamsanti yena vrittir vipadyate danam yakya sapa karma loke vrittimato yataha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Learned scholars do not praise that charity which endangers one's own livelihood. Charity, sacrifice, austerity, and fruitive activities are possible for one who is competent to earn his livelihood properly. They are not possible for one who cannot maintain himself. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, back to you.
Hare Krishna. So he's saying that, well, he will not even have anything to give in charity. So livelihood is more important than giving charity. Well, of course, we have to understand who is speaking this. But in modern day, this is quite famous. But great souls in Bhagavatam or great souls in everywhere, we see it totally opposite. Like Sudama, what did he have? But still, when he went to go to Krishna to see him, he begged. He took loan basically in modern days to give something to Krishna. We know so many times the devotees have been tested, like how Amrish Maharaj was hungry and very hungry and then fasting, and then the Rasamani comes and says, well, I'm hungry. And then he served first. He served him first. So many examples. Shivi Maharaj. So, at the sake of their own lives, they have kind of protected the dharma or served others. A lot of stories are there. So here is one other reason that he's saying that livelihood is more important. Let's see anything else. What other reasons he shares? Yes, Ekant Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, true. Text 37. Dharmaya yasheshir arthya kamaya swajanya cha panchadya vibhajam vittam ita ihamutra chamodate. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Therefore, one who is in full knowledge should divide his accumulated wealth in 5 parts for religion, for reputation, for opulence, for sense gratification, and for maintenance of his family members. Such a person is happy in this world and in the next. Purport. The Shastras enjoin that if one has money, should divide all that he has accumulated into 5 divisions. 1 part for religion, 1 part for reputation, 1 part for opulences, 1 part for sense gratification, and 1 part to maintain the family members of his maintain the members of his family. At the present, however, because people are bereft of all knowledge, they spend all their money for their satisfaction of their family. Srila Rupa Goswami taught us by his own example by using 50% of his accumulated wealth for Krishna, 25% for his own self, and 25% for the members of family. One's main purpose should be to advance in Krishna consciousness. This will include dharma, artha, and kama. However, because one's family members expect some profit, one should also satisfy them by giving a portion of accumulated wealth. This is a Shastric injunction. Thank you, Prabhuji.
What do you say about this verse, Prabhu? Please tell.
Sure, Prabhuji. This is very clear that one's earning should be like we right now in today's world, we all think about budgeting or income and planning and all those things. But I feel like Shastras gave a very simple description on how we have to divide our wealth and how benefit it would be to do so. Like, giving 20% for each one, for charity, for family, for yourself, and for reputation as well, which is very important these days. So And in this verse, it is very clearly told that how much you can spend for your own self, for your reputation. I like that. I mean, it's really applicable for me, or for me, Prabhuji, in this case. That's what I understood, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So Shukracharya is speaking these words, the 20% rule. Uh, so this is more for people in the karma kanda, but in this day and age, not to speak of pure devotion, even very tiny percentage of people are following karma kanda either, right? Like worshipping even the demigods or believing in something higher. Majority of the population is spending 100% of their income in their own sense gratification, in their own family affairs, correct? Whether it is saving or whether it is what, but ultimately it is for their own sense pleasure. So at least scriptures are telling that at least devote a portion for religious activities, for donating for cow protection, or building temples, or prasad distribution. At least start with something. And of course, Rupa Goswami's example is the real kind of epitome for all of those who are Krishna conscious or trying to be Krishna conscious. So, because for a Krishna conscious person, there is no sense gratification or no material sense gratification. Everything is spiritual, whether it is honoring wonderful prasad, whether it is buying a car, whether it is buying a home, everything is spiritual. There is nothing in a pure devotee's life. Nothing is material. Everything is spiritual. So therefore, that person is very, very rare. Samahatma Sudurlabha. Whether it is taking care of the family, that is also spiritual. Whether it is going to a grocery store, that also becomes spiritual. That should be our goal, to make everything spiritual. And there are practical lessons also about this, how to properly manage one's wealth, one's finances. There are a lot of nice seminars given by devotees, so which I encourage everyone to see. So that there should be a nice balance in short. One should understand one's situation and nicely balance it. One extreme is money, 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 money. Oh, I need for family, I need for future, I need for my kids, I need for their marriage, I need for their college, I need for this. So I need more and more and more money. That's one extreme. So I'll save, save, save. I'll not give any charity. I'll forget about temple, forget about anything else. And majority are in that extreme. The other extreme is, which is very, very rare, that, oh, Krishna will take care of everything. Premature transcendental, it's called like premature pure devotee syndrome, or prematurely giving up home, giving up family. That's very rare. I don't see a lot of devotees doing that, because our own attachment is so deep rooted. But there may be a few cases who may say, what's the need to work, what's the need to kind of go for a job, and what's the need to save. So that, but the right approach is, under right spiritual guidance, we have a healthy balance, healthy work lifestyle, say work-life balance. That's also applicable in here. So nice balance of saving and charity. Charity is important, saving is also important. Sense gratification we have to minimize, so that we can, if we don't give charity, then we'll become miserable and miserly, or called kanjus, hard-hearted, focusing too much on saving. But if we don't save, then that's also not practical. So a nice balance is required. Sharing Krishna consciousness, whether it's sharing through prasadam, sharing through inviting devotees, sharing through donating, etc. But one must effectively plan and have a healthy balance. So that's what Shukracharya is saying. Well, why don't you balance? Why are you giving 100% of everything? I am telling you, he'll take 100% of your wealth. Stop this. Be practical. You don't know the rules to give charity. Even in charity, one gives only 20%. One doesn't give 100% in charity. So come on, pause. And we have discussed already why he wanted to do, because otherwise, if he gives everything, what will Shukracharya get? Right? The employer is bankrupt and the employee will go out, right? So let's see what happens next.
I have one question on that. It says reputation. So by reputation, does it mean one's ethics, honor, things like that?
Yeah, basically it's one devotee I was hearing, lecture is basically advertising. For example, if one has business, one has to kind of advertise it and maintain, like a brand image. If there is no image of the business, then who will buy a product from you? No one will buy. So you have to maybe promote or keep a brand image of your. Same with so same as a devotee, we can understand we have to keep up our good reputation. That means you have to buy. It's just not that okay, I'm a devotee, I'll wear torn clothes, and well, I'm detached devotee. So no, the clothes should be proper. If they are torn, then buy new clothes and then put proper clothes. Or same with the, the world should not feel that we are kind of an outcast. So that doesn't mean we have to spend 20% on buying clothes. That's not the point. But yes, that's what my understanding is.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Any other additions here? Okay, text 38. Let's see what Bali Shukracharya is speaking. Yes, Sudhir Prabhu, you want to read?
Yeah, sure. Prabhu. Thank you. Atrapi bahuvarchargitam shृणु me sura sattama satyam udiyat proktam yannete ahartam hita. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One might argue that since you have already promised, how can you refuse? O best of the demons, just take from me the evidence of Bhagavad Shruti, which says that a promise is truthful, preceded by the word Om, and untruthful if not. So Hare Krishna Prabhuji, here I think they're trying to Shukracharya is the guru of Bali Maharaj, is trying to technically get him deviated from his promise. That's what I understood. Probably. Please correct me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. So Shukracharya is kind of telling, now you must be saying that, well, okay, all these reasons are fine, but I've already made the promise, right? But let me tell you, based on this Bhavricha Shruti, you didn't speak Om. So your promise is null and void. So in short, you can back out from the contract. You haven't officially signed because you didn't say Om before. So your promises is actually based on the Shastra Praman. Your promises is can be taken back. You haven't still signed it the right way. You signed the wrong way, or you didn't fulfill the conditions as per the scriptures. So in short, you are safe to come back or kind of say no to this contract. So let's see, it's quite tempting. He has given a lot of wonderful reasons to back out, and he has also given so that he doesn't feel guilty about backing out. Well, Shastras are saying Bhavrichi Shruti is saying that we can back out. So let's see if he backs out or not.
He found a loophole, you can say.
Yeah, loophole. Yes, in his promise. Let's see. Lakshya, Prabhu.
Satyam pushpa phalam vidyad atma vriksasya kriyate vrikse ajivit tanasyad andyatam mulam atmana. Translation. The Vedas enjoin that the factual result of the tree of the bodies and flowers derived from it. But if the bodily tree does not exist, there is no possibility of factual fruits and flowers, even if the body is based on untruth. There cannot be factual fruits and flowers without the help of the bodily tree. Purport. This sloka explains that in relation to the material body, even the factual truth cannot exist without a touch of untruth. The Mayavadis says, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. The spirit soul is truth and the external energy is untruth. However, do Mayavada prophecy.
Even there is some
Even if for the sake of argument,
I can't properly hear you, Lakshya Prabhu. Would someone like to complete the purport? Aswati Mataji, you want to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes, Pranam. The Mahabhadis say, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. The spirit soul is truth and the external energy is untruth. The Vaishnava philosophers, however, do not agree with the Mayavada philosophy, even if, for the sake of argument, the material world is accepted as untruth. The living entity entangled in the illusory energy cannot come out of it without the help of the body. Without the help of the body, one cannot follow a system of religion, nor can one speculate on philosophical perfection. Therefore, the flower and fruit, pushpa phalam, have to be obtained as a result of the body. Without the help of the body, that fruit cannot be gained. The Vaishnava philosophy therefore recommends Yukta Vairagya. It is not that all attention should be diverted for the maintenance of the body, but at the same time, one's bodily maintenance should not be neglected. As long as the body exists, one can thoroughly study the Vedic instructions, and thus at the end of life, one can achieve perfection. This is explained in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, text 6. Yam yam bhapi smaran Vavam Tajati Ante Kalevaram. Everything is examined at the time of death. Therefore, although the body is temporary, not eternal, one can take from it the best service and make one's life perfect. So here, Prabhupada is explaining in this purport that the Mayavadi says the Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, but the Jagat is Mithya, but it's still temporary. So that it's our body also, like as the Vaishnava philosopher does not agree with the Mayavadi philosophy, and this material world is temporary, and therefore it's untruth, but still it exists. It has temporary existence. So here Prabhupada is explaining like we have to also keep the body, like we have to maintain our body, and like with the yoga, and so that we can serve the Lord in this material world. And therefore, as though it's a temporary or untruth, but still we have to use our body to serve the Lord when we are here in this material world. So that is the purpose of the body. So that is the reason we have to keep ourselves healthy, and that's also very important to serve the Lord. Prabhuji, please explain. I think I do not understand much about this purport. So thank you. Back to you.
Okay, Mataji. So, Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. Jagat Mithya. Mithya means illusory. Mithya Ahankar, false ego, illusion. So, that's the word. So, Vaishnavas don't agree with this. Why? Because it is temporary. It is not the eternal relationship, but that does not mean that we say, well, everything is illusion, everything just don't worry about body, don't worry about your child, don't worry about anything, because everything is illusion. No. What do we follow? Yukta Vairagya. We have this body, we have to use this body. Best use of bad bargain. That means you have to first take care of the health, mental health, physical health, and most important, use the body as a tool to attain the destination back home, back to Godhead. Like we're using our eyes to read, we're using our hands to hold Bhagavatam, to cook prasadam, to cook bhoga, to do deity worship, to legs to go to the temple, to drive the car, to go to the temple, to buy grocery for the Lord, etc. Ears to use for the hearing, right? We're all using our body. So it is a very important vehicle or medium for self-realization, to purify the spirit souls, to remove the covering of ignorance. So that's the point of using this temporary body. It's not eternal, we are agreeing that, but it is a very important vehicle or medium for service. One can take from it the best service and make one's life perfect. Because it's not going to last forever. So either we can use it in sense gratification, or we can use it in spiritual ways. Choice is ours. If we use it in wrong ways, then we'll not get this wonderful human body. Then we'll get maybe a dog body or a cat body or an elephant body. So devotees must take good care of their body and take good care of what they use their body for. Both are important. Again, like there are also extremes in here. Many people take good care of their body by going to gym and yoga and this and that and gymnastics and this. But at the end, what is to flaunt? Oh, I have six pack. Oh, I have this bicep and that bicep, to attract opposite sex. A lot of people do that, or even like getting cosmetic surgeries and plastic surgeries and facelift and this lift and colors and whatnot is a multi-billion-dollar industry taking care of the body, right? Isn't it? But what is the purpose? To attract opposite sex and to increase our sense gratification. That's the hidden purpose. Well, they will not openly say that, but we all know that. So, right balance. Yukta hara viharasya. Right balance of eating, sleeping, recreation, etc. is required. Any other comments anyone has in this text?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandatpranam. Yeah, this is a temporary world, right, Prabhuji? But also we say in Bhagavad Gita this is a shadow, right, Prabhuji, of the spiritual world.
Mhm.
So shadow means, yeah, even though it is a temporary, but we also say it's generally shadow means it's not real, right, Prabhuji? So sometimes, how can we understand that shadow but temporary?
Yeah, it's a perverted reflection that's shared like that. That means we should not consider this as everything, but yet we are in this world, right? We are in this world for a temporary time, and we have to make the best use of that bargain. We have to understand that, okay, the best which I'm seeing here is a perverted reflection, but therefore I need to. Now, how will we kind of establish ourselves in the true relation in this world? By hearing Bhagavat, by chanting. So being in this world but not of this world. That's the message of Gita. Now we can't just say, well, everything is shadow here, let's just go to the forest, everything is void, right? Some people do that, but we have to be in this world but not of this world.
So can we understand that, the shadow comes when there is a light, and, of course, after that, the shadow goes away. So like that temporary, we can understand, right?
Yes, in the second chapter, it is said that this world manifests and unmanifest, but the spiritual world is eternal. So this comes, there is a unmanifested stage, the manifested stage, and then the unmanifested stage.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nandini Mataji wanted to share something, please.
Yeah, Prabhu, on a separate comment. Thank you both. It reminds me of Hindi verse or idiom saying that kaate se kata nikalna. You need body to get out of this bodily disease or bodily concept for eternity. So you need a body to get out of body. Thank you, Prabhu. That's
very
all.
nice, very nice point. And there's one more say like that, loha lohe ko katta hai. So that's a very nice point. Everyone got that? Hindi? Kata is, what do you say?
And also that one, hira se katta, that is also right there.
Yeah, quite
Yeah.
same point.
Yeah.
Very nice, thank you.
So I just want to share one pastimes about the bodies.
Prabhu, please.
So one time, Srila Sanatana Goswami, he came from Vrindavan. And on the way he was coming, he developed a lot of skin diseases, was having pus coming out. So he just came before Ratha Jatra. So he was feeling so much disgusted about himself that he thought he's going to commit suicide on the day of Ratha Jatra underneath the wheel of Rath. So Mahaprabhu came. He was coming because Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, when they used to come to Jagannath Puri, they used to stay with Srila Thakur Haridas because they never.
Somehow Prabhu got disconnected. I think it's connecting back. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, can you hear me? Somehow the connection froze. Prabhu. Yeah, can you? Yeah, now I think we can hear you. Maybe you can turn off your video so the energy will go in the audio only.
Okay.
It's getting.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
So what I was saying that one time Srila Sanatana Goswami came to Vrindavan, and on the way he developed a lot of skin diseases, actually pus coming out. So, and when Srila Sanatana Goswami or Rupa Goswami, they were coming to Vrindavan from Jagannath Puri, they used to stay with Srila Thakur Haridas because they were never visiting the Jagannath temple because they were feeling themselves outcasted because they served the Muslim government. So and Sanatana Goswami thought that I'm going to give up my body. I'm going to commit suicide underneath the wheels of Jagannath. So Mahaprabhu used to come every day to give darshan to Srila Thakur Haridas. So he came and he saw Sanatana Goswami, and even before Sanatana Goswami paid obeisances for long.
Okay. Prabhu,
Sorry. So Sanatana Goswami was trying to, the short story short is Sanatana Goswami was trying to give up his body. And Mahaprabhu told him that Sanatana, this is not your body, it is mine, because I have so many things to do with your body. So the devotees' bodies are very important because Mahaprabhu has so many things to do with the devotees' body. Sorry for the connection. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Back to you.
Thank you, Prabhu. I'll tell a story or a kind of a tomorrow maybe. It's a little late about this important point of body and soul. So thank you so much. Kantra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Krishna.